Unfortunately, we've reached a point where we can't have extremely feminine characters in our entertainment anymore, and Lara Croft is one of the OG bombshells that basically everybody loved, except for activists who thought, you know what, we could modernize her and make her a strong, independent woman, and that is exactly what Netflix is now doing in their upcoming Legend of Lara Croft series, and they are getting wrecked for it. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I love Lara Croft. I know so many of you love Lara Croft, but she is a character that has been taken by the modern gaming industry and Hollywood, and who has been completely butchered because they do not want an extremely thin, busty female bombshell anymore. They want to modernize her, and that's exactly what's happened with the reboots starting in 2013. We, of course, know that they are doing that, it sounds like, in the upcoming Amazon live action series that is helmed by none other than the raging feminist Phoebe Waller-Bridge. And we know that Netflix is coming out with this Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft animated. And while we initially were extremely worried, we've finally gotten another extensive look at it, and it is not going over well for them. So, starting with this article, it says the latest trailer for the upcoming Tomb Raider Netflix cartoon dropped on IGN, giving us a good look at Lara Croft's character design. And as someone genuinely interested in this adaptation, I eagerly clicked play. Yeah, I mean, whenever I see anything with Lara Croft, I'm instantly going to click. Now, I know better than to get my hopes up, but I still want them to do good. I still want to see an adaptation with a Lara Croft that is amazing. We've gotten some amazing Tomb Raider games in the past. Hell, I absolutely loved Angelina Jolie as Lara, and while, of course, we know that triggered a lot of people when that had originally came out because she was so attractive, and they dared to put her in a, bra that upped her cup size, we know that that would never happen these days because they are trying to find the most flat-chested actresses and also create the most flat-chested character models that they possibly can because of the realism argument. It's exactly what Phoebe Waller-Bridge said about their upcoming live-action adaptation. She said that they're having a hard time figuring out a casting because they don't know if they want to keep it more in line with the OG video games where she was extremely busty, or if they wanted to go in the direction of realism, because she said, well, how is it realistic if a big-chested woman is, raiding tombs? She has to squeeze through all of these small spaces. So yeah, if you're a woman and you have breasts, like most women do, you are not realistic to Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It's going to just be a self-insert, let's be honest. But when it comes to animation, you could make the most gorgeous character ever. And unfortunately, that's not what they're doing. They've decided to now give her this really long face. They gave her, in my opinion, a very unflattering hairstyle. I know it's supposed to look more akin to her original, design where her hair was up in a ponytail. I don't know, just the bangs look kind of weird and like really choppy. It's just not flattering in my opinion. And then you get into her body, which, yes, I expect Lara Croft to be extremely muscled, right? I expect her to have abs. I expect her to have a very defined body in totality, but they did not give her any sort of small waist and bigger chest, which would make her look more feminine. And they're getting absolutely wrecked for it. I mean, if you did not know that this was Tomb Raider, you would probably go, I don't know who this chick is, because she really doesn't look like her whatsoever. And people are not happy with this design direction. There's so many people saying things like, no, thank you. I'm going to stick to the more original design instead of Lara Croft. I prefer this version of her. They made a male Lara Croft. Yeah, I mean, she looks like a dude. Thank goodness I dropped Netflix. I mean, I didn't expect anything better from Netflix, especially when you know the types of people they hired for this project, the activists and the confused individuals, because, of course, people are now finding out that there's a very specific reason for this drastic change. The director, Joey Soloway, formerly known as Jill, is an American television creator, writer, and director well known for their work on the Amazon series Transparent, a show celebrated for its exploration of LGBTQ plus themes. This individual has now decided to start identifying as non-binary and gender non-conforming and change their name from Jill to Joey in 2020. And of course, I say this all the time. What you do with your life is your choice. If you can still make great content, that's what matters to me at the end of the day. But so many of these people are so disappointed in their lives and they're so sad with the life that they're living that they have to try to insert themselves into products in order to feel a little bit better, get a little bit of a dopamine hit, and that, it seems, is what they're doing here. Now, we do not know exactly if her story is going to be changed in this, if Lara Croft is going to be, some extremely cringy girl boss. One would assume, judging by, of course, her new design, that's probably going to be the case. And there has also been some speculation with previous content that they are going to put her in at least a bisexual or a lesbian romance, because she does hold hands with another female character. This doesn't come out for a little bit longer though, and while I was initially pretty excited because it's Lara Croft and it stars Hayley Atwell, who I think does have a very fantastic voice, I just can't get my hopes up for projects, especially ones done by Netflix, and I just don't see a way that we are going to get anything good that is Tomb Raider anytime soon. Again, we know that they are supposed to be making this show for little girls. This is what the showrunner admitted. It's being written for little girls as much as she's writing it for big girls, which, yeah, I mean, I'd love to see content that any type of person can relate to, but why can't it be for the boys as well? Why can't it just be about relating to a character's strength, their passion, their dedication, and not just, oh, their gender? I think that's fucking absurd. But we also know that Hollywood insiders are saying that they reportedly believe Amazon and Phoebe Waller-Bridge's live action will not come to fruition because they have faced so many problems behind the scenes, which honestly, I wouldn't be too sad at. I would rather them not touch Lara Croft than completely butcher her. So it will be interesting to see how people continue to react, but so far things are not going well for Netflix and this brand new Tomb Raider animated series, because they are getting raked across the coals for her extremely manly design. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.